In 2020, you could lift up a rock and find a seller. These days in 2025, that's not the case, because all of these people who own houses are now in with their 2 and 3% interest rate. They don't want to get a higher interest rate, so they don't want to sell unless they have to. So who are those people who have to sell?
Welcome back to Build Your Business with Brittany, the real estate agent training series where we turn hustle into closings and knowledge into confidence. I'm Brittany Handura, real estate agent, coach, and investor, and I'm here to make real estate easy for you. I want to help you build a business you love and a life you're proud of. Let's dive in and level up your real estate game starting now.
Who is selling? Finding the sellers is your first job. But in this market, that's easier said than done, right? So we need to make sure, that's called lead generation. That's our first and number one job. We have to find the sellers. So who is selling right now in this market? Because, in 2020, you could lift up a rock and find a seller. These days in 2025, that's not the case, because all of these people who own houses are now in with their 2 and 3% interest rate. They don't want to get a higher interest rate, so they don't want to sell unless they have to. So who are those people who have to sell? So, like I just said, in this market, people are selling because they have to. Not because they want to, not because they're feeling like, let's just see what we get for our house, not because they're like, oh, I found this other cool house. They're selling because they have to. So when we think about it, we've talked about this a lot, the 4 Ds. What are the 4 Ds? Death, divorce, diamonds, and diapers. So death, people die every day. So obviously this is not the best thing to talk about, but we want to talk about how do we connect with those people who, how do we find these people who have died? Now, first off, we're not going out and, I'm not going to go out and search the obituary and cold call people saying, so sorry for your loss, by the way, I can help sell your house. That's not what we're doing. The same thing for the next one, divorce. We're not going out there saying, hey, I heard you're getting divorced, can I help you sell your house? No, we need to get in and really connect with people. These are going to come from your SOI. All of these realistically are going to come from your SOI, but you're listening to key phrases. So when you hear people saying, hey, we are, like we had a death, we're so sad, we're mourning, we're whatever, that's when you know, hey, maybe you can help out with that. And remember, you're bringing value to this situation, especially if you know these people. This is not like a salesman who's going over and being like, oh yeah, somebody died, I'm gonna come and make all my money. No, you are coming and helping and providing a valuable service in their time of need. Same thing for divorce. You're hearing these rumblings. One of the things you can do is you can get a divorce certification. You can be certified in knowing how to deal with divorce. The same thing with death. You can become a probate specialist, because oftentimes if somebody doesn't have their house in a trust or have a will, it goes to the state, it has to go through probate. So if you understand the probate ins and outs, you're gonna be such an asset to these people. Diamonds, people are getting married every day. People are getting married all the time, and they oftentimes have to combine what they have, and now they're ready to buy something. So a lot of times when they're in an apartment before, or they have 2 separate dwellings or 2 houses that they own, and now they want to merge their lives together, they're gonna wanna buy something together. So this is the same thing. When you hear about people who are just getting married or about to get married, you wanna jump in there and say, hey, how can I help you? I wanna be an asset to you. You're gonna provide value. And then diapers. People are having babies every day in every economy. In fact, in 2020, we had a baby boom because everybody was sitting at home doing nothing except making babies. And so we have babies being born in every economy, no matter what. And babies, even though they're tiny, they take up a lot of room. All their stuff takes up a lot of room. And oftentimes people are thinking, we have got to get out of this place. We need to buy something bigger.
Before we continue, I want to remind you that if you're looking for even more real estate resources like an open house roadmap or a social media content calendar, then click the freebie link below, because I have all kinds of resources to make real estate easy for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and now let's jump back in.
So when you think about who is selling, who has to sell, Think about the 4 Ds: death, divorce, diamonds, and diapers. And a lot of times they move out of state. Right now, you're hearing all kinds of people who are upset about living in California. Not me, I'm thankful to live in California right now. But you have a lot of people who are not wanting to live here, or they just simply can't afford it. And so they're moving out of state to retire somewhere else, to be able to build a family somewhere else, whatever it is. A lot of these people are going to be needing to sell to move out of state. And how about expired listings? Expired listings are always a good one because these are people who have said, yes, I want to sell my house. I tried to sell my house and it didn't work for one reason or another. So if you go onto your MLS and search for expired listings, those are going to be a great way for you to reach out and contact those sellers. Now keep in mind, they may still be working with their other agent. So you want to just be aware of that, be sensitive to that. But reaching out to expired listings, hey, that is a great way to get people who are saying, I want to sell, and it just didn't work for one reason or another. A lot of times you might get somebody who's saying, I wanted to sell and I put it on the market at this high price, but I really am ready to sell. And so maybe now they're going to be ready to put it down at a more realistic price so that it actually moves. So you can thank the agent before you who did all the work to tire them out and get them irritated with the whole prospect and this whole project. And now you can swoop in and you can say, hey, I can make it easy on you. We just need to price it at a more reasonable level and it's going to sell. And all your troubles will be over. So it's your job to figure out who is selling. Get to the yes.
I hope that helped. And don't forget, we're here live every Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Join me live to get your questions answered in real time by registering at the link in the description below. Let's keep building, growing, and closing those deals. And don't forget to like and subscribe and share this with another agent who needs this. You've got this and I've got you. And I'll see you in the next video.